I want you to take a look at the MICHELOB Ultra mountain bike. Looks like a good bike, doesn't it? It's got suspension, it's got big fat tires. It even has deep V rims. Has disc brakes. This bike is a mess. And not just the sticker that was over the MICHELOB thing that's kind of obfuscated the logo, but from top to bottom. It's really a cheap bike. It's made to look like a good bike. But look at this stem. It's just welded steel. It's cheap, it's cheesy. It's supposed to be aluminum, but it's not. Generic grip shifters. They work, I guess. This cheesy vinyl padded seat. Who drinks MICHELOB? When I was a kid and I used to go around looking for refundable bottles so I could cash them in and play video games, MICHELOB bottles were weird. They're like these brown bottles with this conical shape, like a cone, and this big paper label. But who drank that stuff? I didn't know anyone who drank it. MICHELOB Ultra, I don't even know what that is, but why is it on a mountain bike? So then you have your suspension thingy, your shock, your hinge, don't forget the hinge. Well, let's start at the pedals. When I got this bike, somebody had installed the pedals on the wrong sides. And they just tried to force them in and they were in halfway. So I was luckily able to put them on the correct sides, and there was enough thread left in the crank arms to get them to tighten up. The bottom bracket was loose. I tightened that. But I mean, that was from the factory. Up here at the headset bearing was hanging out. It was a mess. I just put it back in because I didn't have another bearing. It seems to be working okay, but it's just really sloppy assembly. Now here's the back brake, and I don't know why. It's a disc brake, but it doesn't really work that well. It slows you down, but it doesn't stop on a dime and pick it up. And there's a kickstand. Full suspension mountain bike, bombing down a hill with your kickstand. The front brake works a little bit better than the back brake, but it doesn't really work that well. And they used Phillips head screws to secure it to the hub, which is just this cheap steel hub. So let me turn this thing around, see if there's anything of consequence on the other side. Again, maybe somebody wanted to cover over the MICHELOB logos because you can see adhesive residue where it looks like they put a sticker over MICHELOB. Maybe it was a Blue Moon sticker. That's what I would drink. I don't drink that much though. This derailleur is by, what does that say? Sunrun? The crank is just a cheap, cheesy crank. Sunrun back derailleur. YYK Deep V alloy rims, and where's the tire? Wanda King tire. So okay, I originally hated this bike and I still do. It's kind of growing on me. You know, it's not the end of the world, it's just a kind of an awful bike. Because why does it exist? Why does MICHELOB need a bike? But it rides okay. Most bikes do when they're in the lowest gear, but there's no clacking. See? Let me see if the gears work. Whoa. I was able to shift without a problem. You know, and I'm going down a bumpy sidewalk. But here's, the brakes just don't work at all. These are supposed to be disc brakes. Look, someone's been doing grinds. These are supposed to be disc brakes. They're supposed to work really well. It's kind of scary, honestly. But the bike is smooth. And I don't think you had to pay for it. It was probably a giveaway. You know, so if you got this bike for free and you're pedaling around the neighborhood like I'm doing right now, I'll ride off this curb. Ugh. See, that was really smooth. Potholes. So I guess I hate the Michelob Ultra bike because it's just so stupid. But on the other hand, it's not really that bad if you can consider it for what it is, which is just like an $89.95 Walmart full suspension mountain bike. And as long as I find somebody who doesn't share my peculiar sensibilities, then maybe they'll enjoy this bike. Maybe they'll ride it for a good long time. So that's the Michelob Ultra. The Michelob Ultra mountain bike. Thanks for watching.